To all my Jamaican people all over the world, I want to use this opportunity once again to say welcome to the Lenny Robbins YouTube channel, Know Your Politics. Let's come together to create a better understanding for each other by watching and listening to what our politicians say, so we ourselves can be better able or will be better able to watch what they do. Now, today, Wednesday, the 28th of May, I want to use this opportunity to say, blessed be all Jamaicans wherever you are. And at this point of the day, whenever you're hearing this, just have a rest of the day, rest of the evening, rest of the night. And so, for the rest of the week also. Today is a day that didn't have much to do. I had no intention of getting on the YouTube channel to make a video or anything like that. But so I took some time, went to the gym. I was at the gym, got a call from one of my friends. We always have a little discussion about politics, and we try to keep up as best as we can. And he knows that I'm one of the person who subscribe to the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. So he called me and said, listen, you need to get home because you need to listen to Jeffrey Tavares thing on the YouTube. He has a live thing going right now. So within 10 minutes I was back home, and I did jump on it and started listening. I want to open my argument by saying, Mr. Tavares, one of the first mistakes you made with that channel, sir, and that particular show, and I must say it, with all due respect to this gentleman, I must say it, sir, I rebuke you from comparing yourself in any way, shape, or form to the late, great Monty Perkins. You are no Monty Perkins, Jeffrey Tavares. You'll never be a Monty Perkins. You'll never get close to a Monty Perkins. You understand? There's only one Monty Perkins. There was only one Monty Perkins in Jamaica, and there'll never be another one. There'll never be a one. First mistake. And I need to get that out of the way, sir. I started listening to your program. And I tell you where I came in. I came in at a program where a couple of people were asking you, suggesting some stuff about the PMP and Mark Golding and why the Andrew Holness government is so corrupt and all of these things and everything. And I listened to you, I listened to your response. You were very attentive. You listened to what these people are saying and everything. No interruption, no nothing. But here comes the gentleman who called you and begin to talk about the 43% decline in crime, in murders, and the 8% decline in poverty, in the poverty rate. The very first question you ask that gentleman if he lives in America. The gentleman says no, he comes and goes, he travels back and forth between Jamaica and America. Didn't state whether he lived permanently in America or in Jamaica, but he said he travels back and forth. Then you began to ask him if he knows of statin, if he knows statin. He says he doesn't know anything about statin. All he knows is that statin said so, so it must be so. You ask him, begin to question if he knows how they come by their information. Now, this poor man couldn't understand, I know how statin come by their information. But I noticed you did not attempt to tell him how they came by their information. And by your very reaction to that, sir, after listening to you speaking to other people who are speaking against the JLP without interruption, without questioning anything, I now ask you, I now say this, Jeffrey Tavares. I think it is time for people like yourself and other bloggers who are now more than ever convinced, both PMP bloggers and JLP bloggers, I think it is time for you people to really use the platform to help Jamaica. And do not stand behind the guise of a better Jamaica. when you provide a platform for a political campaign for on behalf of the PNP and on behalf of the JLP. But since I'm talking about Jeffrey Tavares' show, let me confine my comments to you, Jeffrey Tavares. You claim that you are for Jamaica, you're not here for JLP or PNP. But if you're so here for Jamaica and not JLP or PNP, why shut down a JLP person but leave a platform wide open to a PNP person to say what they want to say? That's the very first biasness you exercise there for me. I heard you also mention something in your junior live program about Rattigan and such likes. But it's very evident, sir, that every one of us knows who Wilfred Rattigan is and what's his name, Wayne Ugly Lonesome or Wayne Lonesome. We know what these guys are. And we know, I am now convinced that you're all Batty and Bench. I've said it before. I have said it before in previous videos that I've posted here on YouTube. But I now know that you're all Batty and Bench. But the more critical question to ask is to discuss, or not to ask, but more critical issues to discuss coming out of that live show that you presented today. Now, if the JLP government is so corrupt, I never hear one of your callers, neither yourself, present any evidence to substantiate or to prove that the PNP is above corruption reproach. So should they become the next government, corruption will not exist. I forever say this to Jeffrey Tavares, that both PNP and JLP government, both parties are corrupt parties. None is better than the other. And neither the JLP nor the PNP will ever or can ever get Jamaica to where it should be. None of them. None of them. The Prime Minister now is seeking a third term. This is going to give him at least 14, 15 years in the seat. PJ Patterson had it for 19 years, yet Jamaica was worse off than what it was when he left it. Was there corruption in the PNP at the time? Of course there was. And before you question what corruption existed in the PNP, let me say this loud and clear to everybody, both JLP and PNP and all Jamaicans. The biggest political corruption that was ever existed in Jamaica was created under the PNP government. I'll repeat myself. The biggest corruption that was created in Jamaica was created under the PNP government. Not all of us are fool, Tavares. Not all of us. When I'm saying fool, this is confined to politics, not to a person's life, or to your educational status, or whatever it want to be. But politics. Not all of us are fools. And just to share a little bit of information with you. I've been following politics from Michael Manley first came into politics. I remember Michael Manley holding up a tin of condensed milk and said $14, 14 cents is too expensive. And months after he won the election, people was paying 20 odd cents for the same milk when just raised up a couple of weeks ago. He lived in at a campaign stop in Old Harbour. He said it was 14 cents. As a youth, I'll never forget it. I've been tracking politics all along, Tavares. So you can bamboozle people who you want under the guise of representing Jamaica while you're providing a platform for JLP, for the PNP campaign platform. The same thing is happening on the JLP side. The same thing is happening on the JLP side. So if we're all talking about the betterment of Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen, if all these bloggers, both JLP and PNP bloggers, who I now know are being paid, they're making their money from YouTube, plus they are being paid behind the scene by JLP and PNP. Right? Now, if we're all talking about Jamaica, how can we talk about the success of Jamaica through the JLP only or through the PMP only? Let us look back at the record, the performance record of both of these parties. Just look back at the performance record of both these parties. Which one has proven to us that they have the capability, they have the know-how to get Jamaica to where it should be? Which one of these parties has undoubtedly proven that to us? None of them. On the other hand, which one of these parties has proven to us that they are not corrupt? You tell me, Tom, Tom. You tell me, Jeffrey Tavares, which one of these parties has proven that they are not corrupt? Beyond a shadow of a doubt, proven to the country that they are not corrupt. Because I'll not take back my talk, buddy. The biggest corruption never hit Jamaica was under the PMP government. Under the PMP government. And I don't need to go into any details about that. Because like I said, I'm not here to call out no party, nobody, but we are speak the truth for what it is. Because I'm using this platform to get to Jamaican people, not to get to no PMP blogger, no JLP bloggers, to the Jamaican people, not to get to no politicians, because I don't need no politician friend, no way friend. I don't need it. And whether this platform brings me money from YouTube or not, I'm still a working man. I'm gonna work for what I want. And I'm working for what I want. Because I'm nowhere near making any money from YouTube. But this is not gonna stop me or shut me down. Because the nonsense that I see happening, from you people who claim, who talk about making Jamaica a better place, only because your pocket is well lined. Both PMP and JLP, all of you people pockets are lined. You're making good money. So you can talk all the crap you want and all the foolishness you want. You understand? But none of you are going to move the needle of corruption. No PMP blogger, no JLP blogger is going to move the needle of corruption, ladies and gentlemen. No politician, no political party in Jamaica is going to move the needle of corruption. The only way that needle moves is through us, the people. Only we as a people can move that needle of corruption. Not the PMP party, not the JLP, none of their supporters is going to move that needle of corruption. The country, the people. So it is up to us who have the opportunity and the platform that YouTube has provided to us to use this to galvanize our people to now stand up, wake up, stand up and start to recognize what is happening politically around us, because it is our existence that is on the line. It is your existence, all of us existence that is on the line here. As Jamaicans, even the PMP bloggers and the JLP bloggers who now figure so them rich and them can afford certain things, your very existence is on the line too. I don't think it's going to take the politician anything to abandon you if things is not going the way they want it to go. We must utilize this opportunity. We must utilize this platform to speak to the people of Jamaica and speak positively and speak truth and speak power to the people. Because only through us can we move the needle of corruption. Only through us, the people. In the first place, if this party were not corrupt, corruption could not be so entrenched in our politics. Corruption could not be so entrenched in our politics. What's the man that Jaguar, I think it's Jag Smith, that was arrested for the stolen money from the farmer program during the Portia Simpson time, and he was tried and sentenced to prison. Good work. Corruption not corruption. But don't tell me that when PJ Patterson made the speech with the Shell waiver scandal, I shall return, that wasn't corruption. Because every PMP man know he's coming back as the leader. Because Michael Manley was on his way out. And the only person at the party to galvanize the party then was him. And didn't he come back, Tavares? Did he come back to lead the party? And are you trying to tell me that is not corruption within the party? It happens in JLP, it happens in PNP, both parties. Both parties are corrupt, and have done corrupt things. So what are you trying to tell the people? You're creating a talk show that is providing a platform for people to cuss out the Andrew Holness-led government, how corrupt they are, and the PNP is this and man, but PNP is this. Well, if that is so, tell us what guarantee Mark Golding have when should his party become the next governing party. Tell us what guarantee there is that Mark Golding and the PNP won't be just as corrupt or worse than the JLP. What is the guarantee to that? There's none whatsoever. You can't provide it. Not even Mark Golding himself can provide that. If I ask Mark Golding that, he cannot successfully answer that. That corruption is something that eats away, runs, that is one of the root or pillars of politics. You cannot get corruption out of politics. Go back to the days of Rome and read the history. It was politics too. Rome was run by politics. And you tell me if you can't identify any corruption in that system. And there's not a country in this world, a political party that is free of corruption. So I don't know what the bullshit you people are doing by trying to paint Andrew Holness party as corruption and making a beautiful picture of the PNP. It doesn't matter who the damn leader is. Doesn't matter who the leader is of any political party. That doesn't stop the party itself from being corrupt. There may be members in the party who are not corrupt. But the party itself is corrupt, and that's what we're talking about. I hear you bullshitting people on your program who call in and rubbishing what they're saying. I'm bullshitting what you're saying, Jeffrey Tavares, and I'm rubbishing what you're saying. I don't care what you want to say about me. But I will not be silenced. Because as I said, you can pretend not to be here for PNP or JLP. I'm definitely not here for none of them. I don't have to hide. I've started out my program on the platform on the basis of making common sense explanation to the common people in Jamaica, because we need to wake up our people, not the politician. We need to wake up the people, because politician gets away with all kind of crap because we allow them to. Ladies and gentlemen, here's something I want to also put to you, Tavares. And listen to me, Jamaica. Listen to me carefully here. Notice how the campaign is going right now, because we are near to election. And the nearer we go, the worse it's going to get. And the hotter the campaign is going to get. But notice what is happening. How JLP is cursing out PNP as liars and thieves and corrupt. How PNP is cursing out JLP as liars and thieves and corrupt. Now tell me, by default, what are these two parties doing to themselves? Let me shed a little light on that for even people like Jeffrey Tavares and other people on the JLP side. What these two parties are doing by default is setting the performance bar for themselves when they get back in power. And if the PNP set themselves that bar and fail to meet it, who we gonna blame? If the JLP fail to meet it, who we gonna blame? Maybe then, Tavares, people like yourself and others, both on both sides of the fence, who are advocating on behalf of these JLP because you're being paid advocates. Maybe you all will wake up to realize there's no political party in this world that is so corrupt that it doesn't have supporters. A political party that is not corrupt. There is none. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to be very, 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 very I don't know how to put it now. I don't know how to say it any longer. But we have now to start to wake up. We must begin to wake up as Jamaicans. This is our existence. And all those people you see on YouTube talking about PMP this and JLP that, they are paid people. They are paid people. They're not struggling. All them talk about the man who now make no money and the man. People on Tavares program, they come and call him. All I'm eating is dumpling and butter. Tavares not even representing the man who is eating the dumpling and butter. PMP is not representing the man who is eating dumpling and butter. JLP is not representing that very same man who is eating dumpling and butter. They are representing their pockets. They are lining their pocket on the base of political parties and their source of finance or their sources of finance. It is important for us to talk about the facts. But don't use the facts to put down one party and build another. It doesn't work that way. We have been doing this from 1962. Bustamante made the statement that if only Manley would join me and let us join together. And by in essence what he said, that we would be so powerful that we would have done something for this country. So powerful because there is no combination that could be stronger and better and bigger for Jamaica than Manley and Buster together. None. So all this conundrum people make about politics has been there from the very first day. Politicians have drawn this thing, drawn the line for themselves. Taking it to for them own, use it to for them own advantage. And disenfranchise us, the people. I just want to use this opportunity once again and say, Tavares, you need to heal and come again, man. Your bench partner, them name Lonesome and Rattigan. You understand? They would have sell them family just to see PMP got you and run this thing. With no guarantee of any success. But they will sell out their family for that. Now you're fast joining the gang, brother. You're fast joining the gang. And I'm now going to use my platform to speak out on these crap when I hear them and see them. Because the bullshit you people are telling the Jamaican people need to stop. The crap you are selling Jamaican people need to stop. We need to start. I hear one woman talk about Traore in Burkina Faso. Why can't Andrew Holness be like Burkina Faso? Be like Traore? And I'll tell you why, man, because Tavares never tried to answer that question, but I'll tell you why he cannot be. It's two different type of government system. It is two different type of political or government system. Traore is running what is called a people's government. He's not leading the people. They are working together. He is working with the people. They are working together, side by side. Whatever he does, the people is involved. It's all about the people. What we have in Jamaica is a government that is out front of the people, way out front of the people. It's a government that prides itself on being ahead of the people. Not a government that prides itself, that pulling people from the ground up. Not a government that prides itself on uplifting the worst of the worst. Traore is doing something different from us. So we can all jump up and talk about this and talk about that. I've said I mentioned in a video earlier about this. We're all here praising Traore and Traore, but we cannot hold our own government to the same standard. Not recognizing that the man is running a people's government. We are running a party government here. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, Tavares, we'll and come again, brother. We'll and come again. Jamaica won't be better on your premise. I don't know if it will be better by what I'm saying, but I'm sure it won't be better on your premise. So, listen me, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lenny Robbins YouTube channel. Know your politics. Let's come together to create a better understanding by watching and listening to what our politicians say and do so we can watch them. We can watch what they do for ourselves. It is time we wake up. It is time we wake up, Jamaican people. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. This is our existence at stake. I've said this over and over. It's not a politician. And I'm going to say this again before I close. Two things. Michael Phillips down in northwestern Manchester. You're going to lose your seat, brother. You're going to lose your seat. You're the minister of Shadow Minister and Transport. You don't even have a transport policy going into election. You cannot make present the country with a transport plan. You understand? But you just let people just believe you. You did nothing for your constituency all the years you're down there. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And whichever party becomes the next government, ladies and gentlemen, I've said this numerous times, is going to have a difficult time to govern the country. And I'll tell you why. Let us throw economics out of the way. Let us throw production out of the way. Let us throw all of that out of the way. The bars that they have set themselves during the campaign speech right now, let us wait and see which party or which government is going to be able to live up to that. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Lenny Robbins YouTube channel. Once again, wishing Jamaica all the best for the day, for the rest of the week.